All right. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing today? Today on Monday. Monday, starting off your work week. I hope you've had a great week already. Sunday made things happen, but here we are Monday on the morning show, getting ready to kickstart some stuff. Can't talk this morning. We're getting ready to kickstart your day, and the whole idea is to get you on this show to help encourage you, inspire you, whatever you need to get your day started. This is an awesome place to start the day out. We've got great conversations that are constantly going, and we appreciate each and every one of you for being on. By the way, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you are, why don't you go ahead and share this stream? Let people know what's going on. It's the morning show. This happens every single morning, 7 a.m. And so those are four platforms we're live on. We're also live on TikTok. Here to my right, TikTok, we're live making things happen. And we've also got a morning show panel that's on Clubhouse. Let's see here. I believe we've got both Lucian Linkus in the house and Brooklyn Livingston in the house. Are y'all with us?
Yes.
Here.
Awesome. Well, guys, you both are a part of this, but today it's starting the third week of our 30-day challenge. This is day 15. We've completed 2 weeks. A lot of momentum that's been built, a lot of things going on, and man, we're just super excited about going into this third week because we're starting to see more and more results. I was talking with different people. Some people are losing significant pounds every single week, some every single day. Everyone is feeling better. Everyone is getting more energy. Like, it's just amazing what all's happening. And to kind of set up today's conversation, this morning Chelsea Rushing posted a picture, and I'm going to pull that up because I want to read the quote and read what she said because I thought this was great. It kind of sparked something. But she said, "It's Monday. Set the tone for the week. Your goals are met with small daily choices. You've got this." And then she said to the group, "It's Monday. Let's start this morning setting one new goal. We've got this." So super positive, super energy, just all kinds of good stuff. I absolutely loved it. And so to set that topic, I want to kind of shift the conversation to the idea of the significance of setting goals. Not, we can go anywhere you guys want to go. We can go to the mechanics of it, the intellectual properties of it, like however you want to take this conversation. But I just want to talk about the power of setting goals, what that's done for you maybe personally on the panel. If you're on Facebook, again, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, you guys can leave a comment. Same thing TikTok, I apologize, I did not come through for you. Weekend was busier than I expected, so I was not able to link you in. But I've heard people tell me that my headphones are loud enough for everyone to hear, so we're just going to let that thing ride out. But yeah, panel, you guys take it. Somebody jump in. What do you think about goals? How important has goals been for you? Let's just dive into the weeds. Bueller?
Well, I think for me, it helps me motivate myself because it's like you talked the other day that it's a commitment. When you're setting goals, you're making a commitment.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing that's motivated me. There's been those mornings where I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do this. But then you're like, but that's where the team has helped motivate me too, and that accountability. But setting the goals have just been big change for me. I set other goals, but as far as my physical being and the 30-day challenge, you're like, this is going to give myself some accountability. And it's when you start seeing those results, you're able to set higher goals.
Yes.
I tried not to set unrealistic goals because I knew I've got an elephant of a battle ahead of me, and so
sure.
You're going to eat away that at more and more. And so just like my first month comparisons of where my running went, where my measurements went, and how I felt, what I was cutting out, how I felt internally and mentally
Mm-hmm.
after 2 weeks, then after 4 weeks, then after 6 weeks. It's like, okay, here's where I want to head next. I
Yeah.
can't. Would I dare go running with you in Brooklyn Saturday? Absolutely not.
Whatever, man. Whatever. You can totally do it.
But I'm like, I want to get back to that place, and so I'm like, this, like, I woke. I told y'all yesterday morning. Okay, tomorrow starts a new thing. I told Nikki last night when I went to bed. I'm like, yes, tomorrow starts a new routine. Like, it's
Mm.
kicking into high gear. So, I set my goals by weeks, and
Oh, that's
and
good.
so and I'm like, the next 2 weeks I'm going to do this regimen, and I'm like you've encouraged us to do, document um, all the um, where you're at, what
Yeah.
you're doing, and so, and Saturday I really noticed, or yesterday I really, that's when I could tell the change. I'm like, now I'm ready for that next step. Now I've done this for so many weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm ready to add more weight. I'm ready to run longer. I increased my speed yesterday, which was a big thing,
Oh,
getting my
good.
breathing back up. So, and it's just meeting those expectations in myself is so fulfilling, and it's motivating. When you think, the worst problem about setting goals is not believing you can do it.
Dude,
But, you know,
totally.
it, that's everything to me, is having this, how I feel about myself now versus how I felt about myself 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Life changing.
It's night and
Yeah,
day. And
and that's
hang on,
that's kind of for
hang on
me.
1 second, Brooklyn. I want to say something to Lucian because I said something tongue in cheek to him Sunday about over the top. But the truth is, Lucian, I did see you go over the top. Like, I really did. Like, not anybody else can kind of say this, but like, he really, like, I don't know, like, you just flipped it on this weekend. Like, it was like, wow. Like, how you feel, I just want you to know it's noticeable. It's
I
totally
appreciate it.
so. And Brooklyn, I apologize. I wanted to make sure I told Lucian that because, like, I
Hold on a second, Brooklyn.
did you see it, Brooklyn, too? Like Sunday, did
Oh,
you like?
absolutely. Well,
You know what I mean?
I've told, like, I totally can see it. It's very, very noticeable. I've made comments too, like Jason and Brittany and things like that, about how much of a difference I could see, like, across the board. Not even talking about like weight and working out. I'm talking about like just attitude and everything. It was just very, every, you could tell you just really did go to that next level, and
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun yesterday. We went to Marshall's after we ate lunch after church, and we looking for the boys some clothes and stuff. And before I would always bypass the exercise equipment aisle with like the accessories and stuff. Yeah, so, but it was exciting because me and Nikki is like, we're buying new um, Yeti style cups. We're like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
this one's for our tea, this one's for our water for the gym. I bought
Yeah,
workout gloves, so it's it's just
I love it.
it's an
yeah,
exciting
it
adventure
is for sure.
we're on. It's a life change. It's a lifestyle change. And just, it's amazing how much you know changing your goals physically affects every other realm. And I do believe there's a spiritual side to that, of this is the temple of God that God gave us, and we are to take care of that temple. And so how I feel about my physical, how I feel in my physical being now, helps me think clear and concentrate on the spiritual side of things internally. It brings clarity. It's brought a lot of clarity to me. It's There was a point that I reached last year, especially. I'm done. I'm washed up. I'm just the old man that I'm just going to put all my, I'm going to push my kids, going to push my, that used to be me. I used to be but to revive some of these things I enjoy in going
Yeah.
to the gym and working out, and now we're doing it as a family. man, it just gives you motivation to be like, I'm ready to get to that next level. Some mornings we don't feel like it. Some days it's a rough day, but you're having that motivation factor is just so encouraging. It just makes you feel better. I just feel better. I mean, I really appreciate you as the leader of this, that taking the time and wanting to better all of us around you, and it just because it's contagious. I read there's a sign below our church that just hit me. I pass it every day. Optimism is contagious.
Yeah, it is.
And I was like,
I love it. I love it. Brooklyn, what were you about to say?
So, goals for me, I really got into goals at a super young age because it gave me a sense of self-worth that I could do an action or a set an expectation, and when I would strive for that, it gave me confidence, it gave me self-worth, it made me feel better all across the board. So naturally I just kind of carried that, all throughout my life, and the older I got, the more I could understand how even better you feel when you execute properly and when you follow through with your goals, and how to really set your goals. And it was a process. I started with the goal of, probably every girl that ever existed, I want to look good in a bathing suit. That was my goal. And I could never seem to hit it, and I would always feel terrible about myself, and as a young, like, preteen, teenage girl, like, that's all you thought about, that's all you wanted. And then I kind of shifted my why of my goal, and what I was doing it for. Like, I got big into personal development, and I just shifted why, and it really became a lifestyle. Because before it was, okay, when I hit this, I'm done and I can go back to the way it was. You can't, or you'll start going backwards.
Right.
Like, there is no you reach that, you're done. So if you can just do this, you're done. No, it really is, like Lucian said, it's a lifestyle shift, and it's a mindset shift. If you don't fix your mind knowing that you never can change, this has got to be an adjustment, this has got to be a habit you develop, then you're not really going to hit your goals. It's just, you got to shift your mindset. It's all mental. It's all knowing how to set that expectation. And like you said too, like, there are situations that I will set crazy high goals hoping to fail, because if I fail shooting for the moon, I'm still at the stars, you know what I mean? But it's unbelievably important to set goals that you can reach, so your confidence gets built from that, so you're not constantly feeling like you're losing. So when I set those good goals, when I set those good things, just became a goal getter. I just became that kind of person. I literally got addicted to things that were good for me, because I asked myself, if people can get addicted to video games, and people can get addicted to junk food, and people can get addicted to drugs, why can't I get addicted to these things that are really good for me?
Yeah.
Like, what sets me apart from everybody else? How can I get addicted to these good habits that actually help me? And where would I be if I did get addicted to these things? And I just kind of did. I just kind of went for it and followed through. And so I've always just been that kind of goal getter personality. And it's not like you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Everybody has the ability. Everybody has the ability to be a goal getter.
Like, Brooke, you said that and immediately made sense to me. You need to make a t-shirt that says that instead of go getter, it's I'm a goal getter.
I'm a goal getter.
I'm a goal getter, but not a gold digger. What? No, I'm just kidding. I see here in Clubhouse, Martinez Rory hopped in while we were getting things started. What's up, man?
Good morning, Tennessee.
Baby, come on. It sounds good to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
man. Love what I'm hearing with you guys. I'm just listening and taking it all in.
Well, dude, what do you think, man? What do you think? What's your experience been? Huh? By the way, real quick, good morning, friend. You are made in the image of God, and I hope you have a great day. Amen. And I want you to do the same thing. I also got another friend on TikTok saying, wake and bake. I've heard of shake and bake, but my man is saying, wake and bake. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like it, too. That's awesome. That's awesome.
What do you think, Martinez?
Well, I think obviously goal setting is important, but I think, like, for example, as it relates to uh, weight or working out or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or oh, I want to lose 60 pounds, I want to earn $1 million. I think like I think for me, setting focusing on the activity and
Mm.
not so much the goal itself
Yeah.
is like you make progress in an area that you would not, it will transcend the goal that you're actually shooting for, you know like if I, you know I don't have to be at a certain gym or be at a certain place, but if I can, the activity is 30 minutes of, cardio a day, and it doesn't have to be at a 9 or 10 or 12-minute mile. It could be walking, but if I
Yeah.
just focus on the activity,
Yeah.
whatever it takes for me to get there,
Mm-hmm.
then I've found that helps me win the day, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
And so, but um, I typically, my goals have historically, you know, I don't even know if kids can say, "Hey, I have my goal was to graduate from high school." You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're kind of forced into it, and then, but then when you're in school, it's probably like, maybe you say my goal was to make straight A's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never had goals to make good grades in school. I mean, like,
Right.
it's
But I
like
bet you did. I bet you made pretty good grades, didn't you?
right. But it was
Yeah.
just because, D's and F's were frowned upon.
Yeah,
And
sure.
C's were average. So you're like, okay, I don't want to be average, so I better study.
Yeah. Yeah.
But historically, because I've had goals,
Mm-hmm.
or just focus on the activity that helped me graduate from high school,
Mm-hmm.
it lend itself to other things, you know, such as college or whatever. And then looking back, that has all benefited from me. So, as far as job, selection and stuff like that, earning opportunities, creating gainful employment. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, the goals you set today will impact your future for tomorrow.
Oh, for
And
sure.
that's what's happened for me. So I'm grateful for that. I mean, like, I remember years ago, I was like, 52 weeks in a year. That's not hard to be in church. 50, uh, a Sunday each week. And you, as a result, you surround yourself with the right people, the right knowledge, and that kind of stuff, and you grow more respectful and fearful of the Lord and His ways.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
that's benefited me for my future. So I mean, I I think some goals come naturally to some people and kind of organically, but I think, if we want to achieve even higher,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be more intentional about goal setting. You know, I think, to the fast people, hey, they're fast, but if they want to be like super fast, they got to be more intentional about goal setting.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just talking in general, but I think it's it's it has a profound impact on each day of your life, and more importantly, your future life.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's funny. A couple things you've said there. One prompted me to a quote. Another one prompted me to literally my morning reading. The one thing that I've kind of heard everyone say, and I believe this for me. So I don't know if maybe this is going to be like, yeah, I believe that, or maybe it's going to be like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice. Okay, consider this. But I don't think the goal is. In other words, I heard a mentor say, setting goals is not about what you get, it's what you become. because in order to obtain that thing, the truth is, if you were the person to have that, you would have that. But the truth is, it's like we talk about this. There's some things that God can't give you yet because you're not ready for that blessing. You've not even, you've not done the work. And so, like this morning, I was in Proverbs 2, and it talks about this. This is Solomon talking about receiving my words. Making your ears attentive to wisdom, inclining your heart to understanding. But here's the deal. He says, if you'll call out for insight, raise your voice for understanding, seek it like a silver, search for it like a hidden treasure, then you'll understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Well, Martinez, that sounds like a lot of activity. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like, hey, there's something that I'm trying to pursue, and in my activity, I find it. It's like this whole health plan, like we're doing a health plan, right? We're, Lucian just said it. I set the routine. I know Brooklyn, she has a routine, but the truth of the matter is she's got a plan for what she wants. He has a plan. You have a plan for what you want. Why don't we you hit on this a few days ago. How about a plan for wisdom? Seeking it, asking for it, putting the effort into it that you would put into finding hidden treasure. How about this? How about your relationships? How intentional are you? Like, because I got news for you, folks. You have to cultivate relationships. You have to invest in your spouse, your kids, your extended family. Like the worst position I think you could find yourself in is, oh, well, they just don't talk to me. I'm sorry, does that phone only work one way? Is this like a solo cup and you're just like, are you waiting on somebody to talk to you? Or could you take upon yourself the responsibility? Like, I think that's what charismatic people are so great at doing. They take it upon themselves for you to like them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brooke, jump in on this. What is it old brother Dale talks about in Winning Friends and Influencing People? He talks about, going and being the friend. I don't know if she can hop on or not.
It's not coming to mind. The only thing that's really coming to mind is be hearty in your affirmations and lavish in your praises.
That's good. Like that's an intentionality. By the way, the cool thing about that is that's not fake. Like, I will promise you, if you go fake that kind of stuff, you're not, like, that defeats the point of what we're talking about. You have to be a person that genuinely loves and cares for people and finds ways to encourage them by what she just says. I want to praise you. I want to acknowledge you, which isn't that what our worship is to God? Isn't that an effort?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know. I like this, guys. I like this. I think setting those goals, again, it's a target. Like
it reminds me of the old phrase, because goals are planning. You fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Right. Absolutely. That's exactly it. And I will tell you this, I think some people too might say, well, I just don't know how to get started. Dude, I think just doing something is better than nothing.
Right.
Like, do what you think is the best thing at that point, and then if you find out that wasn't the thing, you just learned something.
Yeah, and like on the topic of like other people and things like that, what's the point if you don't have other people? Like, what's the point if there's not constant, like, if you're not helping someone else on your journey? What is the point? You're only impacting yourself. You're not influencing other people. You're not helping other people. So you're not even leaving a legacy. You're only helping yourself if your motives are selfish, and because you can tell when somebody's fake about when they're bragging on you. You can tell when it's fake. When you do that, what is the purpose? Are you like the manipulation of it? You really
Right.
don't get anywhere doing that. There is no real purpose. You know, you don't get as big as your dream. You get as big as your team. It's those people that you make connections with that takes you to accomplishing your dreams and things like that. So the more people you have around you, the more connections you make, the more people you influence, the bigger that dream can go, and the farther that can go in ultimate goal, just to help people.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
that's kind of the point of it all, you know.
Bishop has a great story. In fact, I'm gonna try to get him on one of these mornings because he had some killer stories he was telling me yesterday
And by the way,
at lunch. Oh,
by
go
the way,
ahead.
Brooklyn, I like what you just said. That was all good stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
You.
I
It
agree.
really was. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good, bro. You're good. You know, it's funny because what's happening is our conversations, it's not just a one-on-one, it's a group talk. So we're kind of figuring out those mechanics, which I love, because eventually I would love for like a ton of us, right? And at that point it's like, it's almost like what do they call that? Like not fire round, but what do they call that?
Lightning
round.
round.
Thank you.
Lightning round.
Yeah. Fire is when you're in the hot seat and you're getting asked questions, I guess. Whoa, I'm burning up, son. I
like
like
a
it.
popcorn praise.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, guys, it's man, it's about 7:30. I think that's a great time to go ahead and wrap this up. 60 seconds to each panelist. 60 seconds, final words, whether it's something about what you're doing, gonna do, or just something that you want to add value real quick. So we'll start with, well, actually, who wants to go first?
I want to say, like, I love what Brooklyn was saying. Not in an arrogance or competing way, but ever since I was young, you know, when I was a drummer, I wanted to be a better drummer because I watched the better drummer. I see photographers taking great pictures. It makes me want to be a better photographer. You know, finding those motivators, and that's what this group has helped me with, is I'm not trying to outdo you. I just want to step it up a level, you know, like everybody else is doing. It's the leading aspect and following. How you're leading is how the people, you're going to have a good response from your followers, because they're going to, if you take it up a notch, those around you are going to kick it up a notch, because we're all trying to improve. We want to be better, do better. So find those motivating factors in your goals that's going to help you meet those goals. Even my watch is a help. You know, some people love Apple, some people don't. My watch is it does motivate me.
Oh yeah.
Now if I don't hit those rings, I'm ticked off at myself. I'm like, I'm the Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
You get a new badge and you're like, I'm a boss. I love it.
Yeah, great conversation. I want to end with the quote that I posted yesterday that just hit me hard. You said tomorrow yesterday. And what a great way to start Monday. You said tomorrow yesterday.
That's good. That's good. All right, who's next?
Please, not all at once. Jason, I want to hear from you.
As far as?
I want to hear your 60 seconds.
You want to hear my 60 seconds?
I want to hear it. I want to be inspired.
You want to hear it? You want to be inspired? Let me tell you something. Lucian just inspired a thought for me, and that is, you can never go wrong reaching up. You got to reach up. Don't pull down, but you got to reach up. You got to find people, like you just said, that inspire you. Surround yourself with those people, because again, it's not about just this idea of, oh, well, I'm trying to get. I'm really not. Like, I'm really not trying to get. I'm trying to become. I'm trying to become, because I know this, like, hitting real hard, real close to home, man, I got a little 3-year-old and I got a little 1-year-old, okay? They are my world. My wife is my best friend, and our kids are our world. And, you know, I want to make sure that I am becoming someone that when they are older, even adults, after me and Brittany talked about this, I hope that dad still inspires them. I I hope our relationship shows them what they should expect moving up. I want to be around people that, will love my kids, like, what I mean, like, in other words, like, hey, they'll tell them stories about maybe how dad helped them, how
Mm-hmm.
just those kinds of things. So I want to become someone, not because I just want to get stuff. I truly do want to help and inspire people, and I think you have to, like what Lucian said, you got to reach up, because if you had it, you'd be it, right? But somebody's always above you, so reach up to them, you know.
That's great. That's awesome. So I think I'm going to talk about that for my 60 seconds. So there's a quote that honestly could be like a burn or a roast, depends on in the context you say it. But
Oh,
it's, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong
you're
room.
in the wrong room for
And that's a
sure.
good quote because it's so true. Like stop getting discouraged at people that are better than you. No, if you get discouraged and if you get insecure and start trying to tear them down because you're not at their level, you've got the issue,
Right.
you've got the problem, and that's something that needs to be addressed. You should constantly and celebrate other people's wins genuinely. Like, you don't always have to vocalize what you do when you're bragging on somebody else.
Yeah.
Just be happy for somebody. When I had done a few videos on how to tell if you have a toxic friend, and that was the main question you'd ask is, are they really happy for me? Be genuinely happy for another person and surround
Yeah.
yourself with people that make you better, because the people you hang around with is who you become. What you consume is what you become. So
Yeah.
hang around winners. Hang around those people that are going to make you better, that have the same intentions, the same goals in life, and you are growing and you are getting better than that. And then find a new group of people that you've never met before, that have that same mindset that you do, that have that same interest as you, because it's constantly about getting to the next level and meeting new people and helping new people, because the better you get, the more people you reach, and that's what you want to do. You want to help people throughout all of this. So be genuinely happy for other people. Step outside your comfort zone. Go that extra mile, take that extra step. What's a contact in your phone right now? I'll think about that often. Who's somebody that I could text right now? Like, take 30 seconds out of my day. Who is somebody that I could text right now? They've been having a hard time, or maybe they haven't. Because a lot of people don't say, when they don't vocalize when they have an issue, when they
Right.
have a hard time. So who's somebody that you could call? Who's somebody that you can text? Just making that extra step to, influence another person and to help another individual.
Yeah. I agree. I
That's
agree. I
awesome.
love it. Martin, Mr.
Roar.
Laurie.
Well, I love everything everyone said, and clearly this is a pro goal setting panel. However, it's interesting to me in light of how important and how um, positive testimonies are associated with goal setting. It's interesting as to why people don't set goals. And like, what the question then becomes to me: why do not people just? What is it that makes them afraid of goals? What is it that hinders one from making goals?
Mm.
And in light of how beneficial they are. And so my thinking is, there's probably a litany of reasons. And one reason I'm thinking that, on the most part, people probably aren't students of goal setting.
Mm.
They're not ones that actually are ones to actually sit down and document and go through the activity of writing. They're not academic goal setters.
Mm.
So with that said, it goes back to what everybody else says or hinted to, and that is, we need a we are goal setting without even knowing it. By the company that we keep, by the people that we hang out with.
Yeah.
You know, there's a thing about, it's hard to duplicate what you don't see. You know, so the thing that's important, and everybody has said this to a degree, and that is, you know, it does come back to the people you hang your circle, um, because we need to know what good looks like. You
Yeah.
want a successful marriage? Well, it has a lot to do with the marriage that you've seen growing up. Whether
Yeah.
directly or in the sphere of your parents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, what does good look like? We are creatures of following, of
Yeah.
duplicating. And so it's like, no, we're not students or academic goal setters, but subconsciously we are goal setting by mimicking the environment that we see.
Yeah.
And so, from there though, whether you change your environment or you get, put yourself in this person and this group of people so that you're not a candidate that you want to you're a dog, but you don't want to roll with their fleas. You don't want to come up with their fleas.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that saying? A dog, you roll with the dogs, you come up with fleas.
Yeah.
And so like that's has to do with the environment you keep. But here's the deal: is like the challenge that I think we all have, or what we will, and that is, once we have acknowledge our group that we're hanging out with and goal setting, and we've been inspired by them and that kind of stuff, eventually we have to be a goal to our own selves. We got to set the bar,
Yeah.
and so I guess if I could say anything, it's just like we all are goal setters, whether we are academic goal setting or not.
Oh yeah.
We are mimicking the environment that we see.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
true.
it pays to just put yourself in an environment where it has some positive ramifications for you in the future.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, it was never my goal to actually go to college. It was never that.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw everybody around me going to college, and I'm like, doggone it, I'm gonna look kind of stupid if I don't go to college.
Doggone it. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
I love it.
Guy.
Well, you just said something, two things that really, number one, the truth is we all default. You know what I'm saying? Like we all, like if you don't have an intention, you just default. Like, okay, well, these are the people I know. And again, not like nothing wrong with the people unless they're bad for you. Like that is something. But I'm not saying like just because somebody's not thinking the way, I don't think any of us are saying that. Like, because we all like, hey, we love everyone we're around, but there are some people that you're going to kind of connect with because you're getting a certain feedback, a determined feedback. I like that's why I love our group, our Telegram group, because people are putting things in that's positive. They're sharing their wins. It's like Lucian said, it's contagious,
Yeah.
And I'll say one more thing, and I'll let you finish your final thought. You just said, why don't people do those things? Well, I look back and I know for me why I didn't do those things a few years ago. Like I could tell you the reason. It's kind of intellectual, kind of philosophical. Oh, by the way, before I tell you that, Joseph Reed on Facebook said, I'm obviously going to be a cheeseburger. Joseph, you silly man. By the way, we got to get you on Clubhouse with us sometime, man. And dude, you are just an invite. Good, Joseph. You need to get on here. You are just a being of charisma. You get around you cannot be around Joseph Reed and be in a bad mood. If you are,
he's the motivational speaker.
That's right, man. He's the motivational speaker. I love it.
That's right.
But here's what has changed for me. And I think I hope this hits everyone the way it hit me as far as maybe a self-understanding. But for me, the reason I'm motivated to do these things right now in my life is now I have enough reasons to. I have enough reasons. I have reasons to want to do better. I have reasons that I want to surpass my present. With enough reasons, you'll go through the pain. You'll do the work. You'll commit yourself. You'll push yourself. You'll find that shift with enough reasons. And I think that's what's happening to me and so many others is, man, I got enough reasons to do this.
I love that.
That's great.
So, all right. Well, if that's got it, panel, y'all are rock stars. I'm telling you right now, this is so helpful. It's one of my favorite parts of the day to get on here, connect, and I appreciate y'all so much adding value, because you're my influence. You know, you're triggering things. You're inspiring. You're pushing me. So I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, and
it's fun.
I appreciate you. And the thing that's interesting, and I'll shut up after this, and that is, like, with this goal setting and listening to everybody, you quickly get, and people are going through the pain of goal setting. They're challenging themselves, so that they can realize pleasure later.
Yeah.
And so activity, everybody's gonna have goals sooner or later.
Yeah.
But the question is, if you want to enjoy the pleasures right now and go through the pain later, or work through the pain and enjoy the pleasures later.
Yeah.
And so, like, you were talking about, you have some reasons, you have whys now.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you're making hay while the sun's shining.
Yeah.
Your youth, you're motivated and that kind of stuff. So you're going through the pain that you can enjoy the pleasure later.
Yeah. That's it, dude. That's totally it. I love that. No pain, no gain, baby.
No pain, no gain.
I love it. Well, everyone on the stream, whether you watch this now, later, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be great. And I want you to go live this day the best way possible, right? Be inspired. Go do something amazing with your life. And by the way, think about your goals. Think about what it is you want to do with your life, and then just start taking action. I promise you will not regret it. It's a process, but it's worth it. So take care, and we'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. for the morning show.